In a tiny village at the edge of a sprawling forest, the Maplewood family received an ancient hourglass from a mysterious wandering merchant. It wasn't just any hourglass. It was said to have magical properties, a gateway to another realm. "Don't flip it after midnight," warned the merchant as he left, a cryptic smile on his lips. Mr. and Mrs. Maplewood were skeptical but intrigued. Their children, Lily and Max, could barely contain their excitement. It was just like one of their bedtime stories: magical objects, unknown realms, and enigmatic merchants. That night, Lily and Max couldn't sleep. The hourglass, made of darkened wood and filled with golden sand, sat on their living room mantel like a secret waiting to be discovered. Finally, Lily made up her mind. "We have to know if it's real, Max. What if it's a door to a magical world?" Max hesitated, but eventually agreed, and they sneaked downstairs. As the clock struck midnight, Lily flipped the hourglass. The room flickered with an iridescent glow, and the siblings felt a pull, as if the floor beneath them was giving way. They found themselves in a different world, a dark forest illuminated by floating orbs of light. The sky was a swirling tapestry of neon colors, unlike anything they had seen before. A creature, half rabbit and half deer, hopped toward them. "Welcome," it said. "You must be new here. I am Lumia." Lumia explained that they were in the realm of Evernight, a world caught between time and space, where magical creatures lived and guarded the passage of time itself. "The hourglass you flipped is one of many," said Lumia. "Each leads to a different realm. You must find yours and flip it again before dawn, or you will be stuck here forever." The siblings felt a surge of urgency. Time was ticking, even if it behaved strangely here. They followed Lumia through enchanted woods, floating islands, and fields of singing flowers. They reached a chamber deep inside a hill, with walls lined by countless hourglasses. Each one was unique, carved with intricate patterns. "This is the timekeeper's chamber," Lumia whispered. "One of these is your gateway back. Choose wisely." Lily and Max looked at each other. They knew they had only one chance. Their eyes fell on an hourglass that looked eerily similar to the one they had at home. With a deep breath, Lily reached out and flipped the hourglass. A wave of energy swept through the chamber, and everything went dark. They found themselves back in their living room, staring at the same hourglass on the mantel. Was it all just a dream? But then they noticed something, a tiny golden orb floating inside the hourglass. It wasn't there before. Their parents came downstairs, bleary-eyed. "What are you two doing up so late?" "Just a little midnight adventure," Max winked at Lily, who smiled back knowingly. "Well, back to bed," said Mr. Maplewood, unaware of the magical escapade that had just unfolded. The next day, the wandering merchant returned. He looked at the hourglass and chuckled. "So you've seen Evernight." "How did you know?" Lily asked. "The golden orb," he replied. "It appears only when the hourglass has been flipped in Evernight." "Will we ever go back?" Max questioned, hope gleaming in his eyes. "Who knows?" the merchant smiled. "But remember, some doors are better left unopened." Lily and Max looked at each other and then at the golden orb encased in the hourglass. They knew they had a choice to make, to explore or to stay safe. As their parents chatted with the merchant, Lily leaned closer to Max. "I think some adventures are worth the risk," she whispered. Max nodded. "But for now, let's keep this our secret." They thanked the merchant and watched as he disappeared into the forest, leaving behind the magic and mystery that had briefly touched their lives. That night, as they went to bed, Lily looked at the hourglass one more time. "Good night, Evernight," she whispered, sure that this wouldn't be their last adventure.